I think my bold prediction and my answer to your question is the next great affiliate program is not going to be built by the biggest team. It's not about the big agencies. It's not about the big teams. It'll be built by the smallest one, the most efficient, just experts on AI. Inside 18 months, a one-person program running AI will out-recruit a 10-person team running spreadsheets, and headcount stops being the moat. So that's what I think. And I think gone are the days of these huge teams in affiliate. It's going to be small, nimble, and extremely profitable.
This is Dustin Howes with Affiliate Nerd Out. Welcome to the Nerdatorium. Hey folks, welcome to Affiliate Nerd Out. I'm your host, Dustin Howes, and today we're tackling AI shifts that'll separate winning affiliate programs from the rest. AI is not coming for affiliate. It is already here, and it is quietly separating the programs that'll dominate the next 3 years from the ones that are going to stall out. Most affiliate managers hear AI and they picture either this magic button that's going to threaten their job, so they freeze. But this panel is here to take down that hesitation, and these three operators who are actually using AI for good and know exactly what is changing in the affiliate ecosystem, what still needs to be human, and where to leverage AI. And first up, Adam Reamer of Adam Reamer Marketing, the guy who is an OG affiliate marketing best practices content guy and is always figuring out how to stay ahead of the game. Adam, welcome back to the Nerdatorium. Tell us what you do and who you serve.
Thanks for having me back. So we do a ton of SEO work, top funnel traffic affiliate programs, as well as conversion rate optimization and attribution testing. So those are our core services. We work with everyone from mom and pop shops to some of the largest organizations in the world and publicly traded companies as well as private. So it just ranges on who our team bonds with and when we feel inspired by the products. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to do a good job for you.
Okay, awesome. Unfortunate that you couldn't afford a light to put on your face today, but maybe next month you can put that in the budget. All right, next up, Lacie Thompson, founder of MediaPact, who went from scaling one of the biggest affiliate agencies in the game to building a software to help program managers close flat fee deals faster. Lacie, welcome back to the Nerdatorium. Tell us who you serve and what you do.
Thanks, Dustin, for the intro. Yeah, I built MediaPact earlier this year, and the idea stemmed from me having an agency. So I think both of those companies are relevant to the conversation today. Who I serve is buyers and sellers of flat fee paid media. I think they don't have to live in the affiliate ecosystem, but obviously that's a lot of my background. And so I think a lot of the people that are in this industry are relevant for the platform.
Amazing. And I just want to thank you personally for coming to this webinar prepared with proper lighting and a good microphone and coming early. Podcast hosts really appreciate these kinds of things. Thank you so much. Rounding out my panel here, my own partner in chaos, Matt Frary, president and COO of XP Flow. Matt has thrived through every era of the affiliate marketing industry and has been an incredible mentor to me through the years, especially during this AI era where we are now. Frary, welcome back. Tell us what you do and who you serve out there.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank Lacie for texting me and letting me know that I should join a webinar today. So thank you, Lacie, for that. True professionalism at its best. So you didn't let me flounder. So thank you. But I'm Matt Frary, and everyone calls me Chief of Chaos. Over the years, I've adopted that name. I've been building partner revenue and performance businesses through pretty much every era of the internet, starting with banner ads, remember those things, cookies, social, mobile, and now this AI era. So today I run XP Flow, and we're the AI-powered partnership operating system. And we have our own product called Alfie. It automates the grind of affiliate recruitment and outreach. And we serve the managers who are drowning in manual work and that want their program to compound instead of stall. So we make affiliate easier.
Said, awesome. Thanks for joining us. And this is going to be a panel discussion focused on practical examples. I have questions for all the panelists, but the live audience is welcome to join in as well. So drop a question or a comment in the chat, and I'm going to relay those comments and questions throughout this session. And with that, let's get started. Adam, starting off with you. You came up with this deep dive idea. Kick this party off with a bold prediction about AI and where you think it's going in the affiliate industry?
So everyone's concerned about there's no clicks happening and the traffic's not going to be there, and that it's going to just continuously eat the affiliates' revenue and streams. I'm actually seeing a different potential future. If you've studied the way that search engines work ever since Google developed Bird and Mum, which were their systems to analyze the relationship between the words and then vectors and entities and how that plays into the algorithms. That's just an evolution that's developed into LLMs, which is sitting there using RAG information retrieval. There's also concepts in SEO and to an extent within social media where the algorithms use authorship and like a knowledge panel and knowledge base of each type of creator. LLMs are now combining that in as well with their systems. The biggest difference between a search engine and be what we call AI, which is ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity, is that for a search engine, you're trying to surface a web page or a result or a video for a specific query. And it's for the biggest audience out there, just everybody and anybody searching. But an LLM is going to be customized and catered to a specific person who has specific needs. So maybe Matt and I, we both like to sit in our chairs. Maybe I have a bad back and he has a bad hip, and we're both going to have very different needs. The LLM is going to know some of our personal preferences on that. So it's going to surface and source from the same exact websites, but it's going to have to differentiate and give us both very different solutions because it wants to keep us coming back. And that's where affiliates can really run in. So maybe Dustin and Lindsay and I all love wine, but I like Cabernet. Lindsay likes Pinot Noir and Dustin likes nothing. But anyways,
Bourbon.
or Merlot or Petit Verdot. And basically what could happen then is it's all going to look at Food and Wine magazine, and it's going to look at Vivino, or it's going to look at WTSO and Total Wine and More to figure out what products to start to surface. The thing is, there's different authors writing for each, and each author writes for a different audience. One may be reviewing deep, big, bold reds, or just specifically from Napa, while others go for Sangioveses and Barolos out of Italy. And I have a strong feeling that the LLMs are going to begin surfacing those specific authors. And it's doing the same already with creators and starting to customize it. We've been running tests in the background and showing, yeah, as you're engaging more with these, the creators are starting to surface and their recommendations are. There's one other thing that needs to happen with the LLMs that is already happening, and it's being abused right now, which of course we're going to see from SEOs, from affiliates, from every type of person out there. And that's the fan out queries. They're using a site searcher. If you type site colon and then your domain into a search engine, you're going to see a list of the pages it has. If you put a phrase inside quotation marks like Stanley Cup or blue t-shirt, it's going to pull just the pages with that. This is how it's sourcing products and who to recommend right now from the websites that it trusts. So now all of a sudden it can sit there and it can grab authors, it can grab URLs, it can grab phrases. And this is where these trusted websites, these creators, and their content's going to come into play. So the affiliates are going to be moving to a hybrid model, which is already existing, where it's taking a media fee for the exposure to be featured. And then it's going to be able to say, here's the content that my person using my system, my LLM is using. Let's start matching them with the authors, with the creators, not just the websites like YouTube or Food and Wine magazine, and give them the most relevant, customized results so they keep coming back and they're happy. And that's the difference between SEO and an LLM optimization, is that real big personalization. And it's the same reason why if I said, give me the best running shoes, I'm going to get a different pair than Dustin because maybe I pronate and he doesn't. And that's where I really see the advantage for affiliates is in information retrieval and how you actually appear and show up. And affiliates are going to dominate this if it holds true. And that's what all of the evolutions have started to come to.
That is amazing start there, Adam. First off, you don't know what my pronate game looks like, so I don't want to make you jump into that. But
Hey, Dustin, he pointed out that I may have a bad hip, and I have a sneaky suspicion that was an ageist joke.
Yeah, I said I have a bad back.
and I don't even know who Lindsay is, but she likes wine, so we'll figure that out. Lacie, any predictions on your end for this?
First of all, I would just like to say that everything that Adam said, I completely agree with. I think that it's hard to give big, bold predictions in the environment that we're living in general, and who knows what's going to happen in 2 years. But I would say what I'm seeing right now is that publishers in the space are already recognizing how much traffic they're losing, and they've already pivoted away from trying to figure out how to get the traffic back. They're already more focused on communicating the value that they're bringing to the brands, which is also coming through the LLMs. And they're already forcing and pushing brands to pay them for that value. And unfortunately, they are not getting paid on a CPC or a CPA basis as much anymore like they used to. So they're forcing these flat fee deals to happen. If they're going to be putting in the work, effort, and value that basically the LLMs are feeding off of, they have to make money for that. And so I think that is only going to continue to happen more and more as we see the adoption and increase of LLMs being a part of the experience for users moving forward.
Awesome. I just had a call with Miro today. They wanted me to be an affiliate of theirs. Shout out to Rudger over there. He created a not just an offer for affiliates to be paid on their LLM searches. They're showing up in these. That is a very new payment method in the affiliate space that I think is going to blow up. Matt, you've watched this industry reinvent itself before. Like, how is this AI shift different from the past hype cycles, and what should programs be focused on for the rest of 2026 here?
Yeah, my bold prediction and slash answer to your question is every past hype cycle, whether it's been social, mobile, influencer, crypto, toolbars, whatever, it's been a hype cycle around traffic and publisher types. I think that AI isn't a channel, so this is a different type of hype cycle. Has channels being in the trying to get picked up in ChatGPT and so on. So there's methodology to it, but AI as a blanket is just a new technology that's been injected into. So it's a new layer underneath everything that you're already doing. And it's how partners get found, how the work gets done, how buyers decide what they want to buy. But we have to really look at it. It's one of the biggest changes in human history. Forget affiliate marketing. But AI alone is going to change everything from our work structures and family structures and how we handle our own mental health and all of those things. So you go, well, geez, Matt, what does that got to do with what I'm doing every day in affiliate marketing? As soon as we start to realize that fear is not going to get us anywhere and you have to embrace change, right? Like this industry, the people that have not gone by the way of the dinosaurs have embraced change. Those people that held on to, well, that's not the way we always did it. That's not what Google used to do. That is the stuff of, like I said, extinction. And I could name network after network and publisher after publisher and all of that held on to their ways that are in the boneyard. So what I'm here to say is that you have to constantly reinvent yourself. And that's why I lean into the partnership operating system. And you heard me say that earlier, and you're like, that's another jargon for every saying out there. But affiliate is an old term that we've used for a lot of years. And it's come to mean so many things to so many people and not always good. When we talk about the partner operating system, it's all the ways to make connections. AI is only helping us do that more efficiently, more effectively, with more profit in a faster manner. And to me, that all sounds really good. So I want to spend more time with my family because I have an affiliate recruitment bot that's out there going and doing the work I used to have to do on spreadsheets. I want to go on more vacations because I have a Claude bot that's sitting there and can basically tell me all the work that's needs to get handled and who's spamming my inbox and what's important and what's not important. I want to be able to go out there and make more margin because I can use my human resources in a more meaningful way because I can make them more effective and not have to just keep hiring and so on. So anyway, I think my bold prediction and my answer to your question is the next great affiliate program is not going to be built by the biggest team. It's not about the big agencies. It's not about the big teams. It'll be built by the smallest one, the most efficient, just experts on AI. Inside 18 months, a one-person program running AI will out-recruit a 10-person team running spreadsheets, and headcount stops being the moat. So that's what I think. And I think gone are the days of these huge teams in affiliate. It's going to be small, nimble, and extremely profitable.
Great call outs. And Claude is part of my family and my therapist at this point. I mean, for so much. It's incredible. Lacie, any feedback on that?
When you ask the question, like, how do we know whether this is hype or not? I feel like intuitively, of course, it's not hype. AI has been talked about for many years now. And I feel like we just finally hit a tipping point. But because I am a bit of a data nerd, I asked Claude to tell me why it's not hype. And what it referenced was a randomized experience where they built a Chrome extension to secretly hide AI overviews for over 1,000 users. And then they showed the AI overviews to a separate control group. And so what it saw was that hiding these AI overviews increased the organic clicks by almost 40%, and it cut the zero click searches by 35%. So it's basically saying that this dynamic that we're seeing in marketing and digital marketing and the way that users interact and behave with organic search results and the content that these publishers are producing is being affected by these AI overviews. And so I think the hype when it comes specifically to marketing is pretty debunked by studies like this that prove that it is definitely happening. It is happening more and more. There's several more data points that Claude provided me, of course, as backup sources, where it talks about just the trends around how this is just rapidly increasing over time. And I think it's just going to continue to do so.
Adam, any thoughts?
Lots of them. Do they have to be related to this? No, so basically, one thing is when you block AI overviews, it's going to push the results up higher for clicks. The thing is, Google always wants people in their own ecosystem. So one thing I've seen impact clicks and traffic more than an AI overview is the actual layout of the shopping ads, and then the local paths, and then the featured results. Because now, even if you are in the top ranking, but there's 3 rows of ads on top and the shopping results and the expandable sponsored links, which are the PPC ads, you're now in basically position 7. So it's like, to build off what Lacie was saying, is it's not really, I wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. Basically, LLMs are one of the smallest traffic sources out there. They're not as relevant. And when people are trusting them for that user base that actually does, it can work. To go off of what Matt was saying, I could see that happening and working well, but if you're smart about it, a lot of creators, and especially younger generations, the younger side of millennial down to Gen Z and everything, they're very much opposed to AI at all. So if there's any inkling or hint of AI doing the outreach, they're having Reddit or getting that stuff wrong, it's going to backfire. You're going to burn the bridge with these partners. And if you're using AI to respond and give strategy to these partners versus doing it yourself, which is a very time consuming thing, then all of a sudden those partners are going to lose their traffic, lose their website, and they're going to start to no longer trust you, your agency, your company, and they're going to go to the competitors because you just hurt their company, their business, their traffic, and everything else. So it's just, for me, it's about being really smart and not burning your traditional channels while embracing the technology.
I would just like caveat when you mentioned that's still a very small source of the traffic, that is because nobody's clicking on it. It's not because people aren't in there and reading the content. I think the data point that I heard from Lily Ray at the Think Tank conference was like 93% of the time, nobody is clicking on any of the links that are showing up in LLM. So I think that it's still having a big impact on a consumer journey. And I think it's important that people understand that we're just not able to measure it like we used to be able to measure performance marketing.
Something Lily has also said, though, is that people will go directly from there directly to Google and start doing a search, or to Bing. So we are actually able to see it, and then we can start to see a reference. I've also seen the click through, and I agree with you 100%. We're not seeing the click through traffic from there, but there are certain services that are helping you to see where you're visible, who's visible, like Peak AI and some others. And that's also really nice. So
So
it's just a matter. And if we all cut the LLMs off from our traffic, because they're not sending us traffic, or sorry, cutting them off from our content because they're not sending us traffic, then they're going to have to start figuring out a way to drive traffic to us. It's similar how some companies have stopped Google from actually accessing their content.
I'd interject with you guys that since the dawn of affiliate marketing in the 90s, I've seen affiliate marketers try to game the system. I just wrote a piece about this in my newsletter about the AI Trojan horse and the whole Odyssey comparison. But here's the thing. In emailers used to do the white on white opt out, unsubscribe. They tried to do that long time ago. Two of ours were cookie stuffing and still are trying to do, still are, Phia. And we have trick after trick to get SEO and all of that sort of thing. What we have to realize, if we are marketers at heart, that's the marketer in the affiliate side of it, then you're providing value. You're providing the right product at the right price in the right place, right? For the right people, the right target. And so to do that, then you would assume that the industry is going to catch up. And you guys are kind of talking about a measurement problem, which is, if I'm providing value, like, what value am I providing? As an affiliate, I'm reviewing a product, I'm giving my opinion, I'm writing content. James Mortel, rest in peace, used to put on a prolific series boot camp about how you just put good content. If you like barbecue, write about barbecues. If you like to eat good food, write about eating good food. Put it out there, the search engines will pick it up, and that authenticity will pick it up. I don't see the difference. AI will pick it up. We don't know in what form, in what channel, but they want to get the right information to the right consumer. If we have that information and we are putting it out there in the universe, that technology will pick it up. What we have today is the technology platforms need to keep up with the attribution and get the people that are producing the good content paid. And that's the problem that I think we really have.
Awesome. Got a quick shout out from Amanda Carr. Great call out on the younger generations opposing AI. That is award-winning, Lifetime Achievement Award winner Amanda Carr. Thanks for joining in and tuning in. And then Priscilla says, 100% there are many different channels aligned, networks, agencies, and affiliates better with AI. It's not about agents, MCPs, etc. It's about systems. And I agree, the individual is being able to run these types of systems. Thanks for joining in, Priscilla. Coffee Talk with James, says somebody on the LinkedIn.
Yes, coffee talk with. By the way, guys, when James finished those coffee talks, he used to ring this bell. This is James's bell. I got it, unfortunately, at his memorial, and his wife gave me his bell that he ended his coffee talks with.
Amazing. Yeah, legend in this podcasting space as well. I was one of the last guys to be on his podcast. Great guy, great content out there. Lacie, getting back on track here. You built business around AI with MediaPact. What convinced you that the shift was real and not hype, and what changed first in the numbers for you?
Yeah, I guess I will just say too, like, when I was still at New Engine and AI was really becoming a thing, I was so busy with everything else. I had this really messed up mindset that I don't have time to learn this new thing, and I think a lot of people are probably in that boat. Once I transitioned out of New Engine, I actually had come up with the idea for MediaPact when I had LT Partners, and I had an investor deck that I had built a while ago with Figma wireframes. And one day, with the push of some friends in the industry, I just put it into Lovable and I started prompting it. And the first prompt that I put in there was like, please build an AI scanner for sellers of media to just be able to upload their media kits and rate cards in this platform, read through this deck, build this all out. And I was very specific in what I wanted, and I put it in there, and it was like within 2 hours I had this prototype that I was like, it's just insane. I'm not some genius. I didn't get 1600 on my SATs or how, like, have some crazy IQ. But I think what's so cool about AI is that as long as you're creative and you have a vision and you have these ideas, it's going to take it and execute on it as you explicitly want it to. So I think that that was probably back in October when I first did that. Now I've made a lot of changes to it. It's insane how much it's changed in the last 6 months. And even from February when I was vibe coding in Claude Code to last week, it's completely different. I had Claude just write this whole triggered email system and in-platform notification system. And it told me to create some Loom videos. So I did that and I just put it all in a Google Drive. And then I go to Claude Code and I say, read through all these documents, find all the resources that you need, and build this whole thing out. And it's like, okay. But in February, I would have had to be like more specific in the prompting. It's just come so far in such little time. And I think the thing for me that I want to tell people is just if you have ideas and you have a vision and you have something creative that you want to create, just do it. Don't think that you have to study it. Don't think that you have to put some crazy amount of time into it, because you don't. It's easy-ish.
Matt, Adam, any thoughts?
I agree with Lacie. She's
Sure.
smart. She drove it home and she's convinced us all.
I didn't get into AI because it was necessarily shiny. I was super curious. All through affiliate marketing, I've been curious how we track things, curious what is put into cookies, curious about the platforms. I've broken down and tore apart more platforms than I can even recall, and just to see how they work and figure out how the code works and all that stuff. But when AI first came on, I did something really simple. I just typed into ChatGPT all the history I've ever had in affiliate marketing, from all the things I went through, mobile and toolbars and all those things. And then I asked it to create me a rap, because rap soothes my soul. And I literally created a hip hop rap video about affiliate marketing. I wanted to push AI to its limits in a format that I could understand how and identify with how it's formulated itself. So from writing that first rap in ChatGPT, then I started to go, what if I just ask ChatGPT how to work with it? Why don't I ask it what vibe coding means? Why don't I ask it for the best vibe coding platforms? Why don't I ask it for prompts to give to the vibe coding platforms? And so it was like, oh my gosh, I not only have an incredible tool here, I have a tool that I can actually ask it how to use it. And then I started using the video feature on ChatGPT, and I was a tyrant. I was going around the house, like doing the video chat with ChatGPT with the video on, and asking how to build computers and fix my car and change the oil. And I was doing all kinds of things with ChatGPT. And I just realized that this is something that is life changing, like I already said. But it wasn't because it was necessarily shiny. I just realized that if we could apply this to affiliate marketing, we could make everything more efficient. I could have people not buried in spreadsheets and using their human mind. I could have them doing real strategy and client communication rather than logging into 200 systems in a day and never getting to the strategy, right? Because we've run agencies, this collective group, and we know that probably 95% of an affiliate manager's time is just trying to get what the client needs in terms of reporting what they're doing, and very little of being able to actually get to what a human should be doing, which is dealing with another human to build strategy and value and relationships and all those things. So anyway, that's my take on it.
I couldn't agree with you more. Do we get to hear your rap?
I'll post it out there. She said absolutely not.
No, it's not that kind of podcast, okay? Lacie, but you brought
Next
up
time I see you, Lacie. Next time I see you.
Okay, sounds good.
it sounds like you're curious about it. Mac's super curious. You know who else is curious out there? Alfie. Alfie is curious about what affiliates your brand needs to be working with, and he goes out there and he hunts them down for you. XP Flow has created the affiliate manager super tool, replacing a pile of software you're stitching together, one place to identify niche content partners. Reach out to those partners via email and recruit more partners into your program. You can send over 1,000 outreach emails each month automatically, saving affiliate managers an average of 14 hours per week. So whether you're launching a new program or scaling an existing one, Alfie gives you the speed and visibility to grow faster without adding headcount. And right now, sign up for Alfie demo, and we're giving away a $25 gift card and a 7-day vacation to Hawaii. So take advantage of this. Go to dustinhouse.com/Hawaii. Sign up for a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee trial with Alfie with dustinhouse.com/Alfie. All right.
I promise, guys, I didn't know he was going to do that, but
Paying the bills. That's all natural, guys. That'll happen. All right, getting back into it. Adam, you've spent years defending program integrity. What is the single biggest AI-driven threat to the affiliate quality right now? And how should affiliate managers be responding to it?
There's a lot of different things that could fall into that. So one, from an affiliate side, they're taking shortcuts and they're thinking that what they're doing with their website is going to be a higher quality experience, but they're not bringing in the person that can actually check it. So I saw someone that recoded part of their template. However, on doing that, they opened up vulnerabilities and made their actual code base not as secure. And they've allowed for different things like injections into their website and back doors in to hack it. On the other side, they're starting to say, okay, these words are fancy, so let's put the fancy words into my content. And they're shooting themselves in the foot because now it's clearly not written by them. And a lot of people, myself included, once I hit a page that looks like it was written by AI, even edited by Grammarly or something, I bounce and I just don't go back to that site. I've become like fully opposed to it because I just don't trust it anymore.
Sure.
And they're thinking that this is a shortcut, or they're starting to produce content at scale, which is similar to programmatic SEO and article spinning and all that other stuff we've had for more than 15 years. And it's sacrificing their other channels, sacrificing the places that bring them an audience, that build them a subscriber list. It's just working against them because they're not being smart about it. Use it to take a shortcut to create the idea behind it, but then put the time in yourself to go in and check your content. Hire the developer to say, okay, is this still secure? What risks do I have here? Is it still going to actually work and function? Am I exposing when someone opts into my email list? Is there a loophole in the connection now from the form to the system that I accidentally created through vibe coding? And it's like making sure you don't just take the shortcut, but you protect yourself when you do.
Great point. I hate to give a compliment to the Dark Knight here, but Adam, you have seen the writing on the wall for a very long time. I've been a huge admirer of your content in the affiliate space because you always write content that you want to talk about that you think is relevant to the industry, and you do not care about keywords, and you just go after it. And you're ranking for the LLMs now because of it, and you are ahead of the game. I just want to call that out and appreciate you for doing all that and seeing this for a long time.
No worries. I optimized my site for everything years ago, but yeah, it's still maybe 15, 20,000 visitors a month on it.
Amazing. We've got some other questions out there. Any other thoughts on that, Lacie, Matt?
As far as a threat to affiliate,
Yeah, correct.
I mean, this is maybe not actually that new, but I think the challenge with affiliate is that it's built on this framework of last click. And I've talked about this for years. And I think that because of the fact that it's a performance channel, it gets bucketed into performance marketing with other channels like paid search and paid social. And it also then becomes challenged when it comes to the incrementality because of a lot of things that I think you guys all know. But the problem with it is that it doesn't actually perform the same way that other performance channels do, in the sense that with other performance channels, you put budget into it and then a thing happens. In affiliate marketing, a thing happens and then you pay for it. So the dynamics of how the money flows related to the actions happening become challenging, for one thing. And then when you really think about the partnerships that drive the most like incremental value, they are also the ones that very rarely get the last click credit. And then you start to see that affiliate partnerships, or I should just say partnerships in general, actually look more like brand marketing and can look like PR and can look like all of these other things. And partnerships show up in retail media where brands that sell on shelf at Target want to use influencers to drive traffic to Target, which it's like it doesn't fit in any place. And so, what I think is actually the biggest threat, and I felt this for a really long time when I was agency side and today as well, is when I hear people say, I'm not going to pay for something I can't measure, or we can't prove its worth on a last click basis, or we don't have to pay for the actual value that publishers aren't driving. I audited this program back in my agency days where they were putting branded paid search on the preferred layer of Impact's optimized product and not paying affiliate partners when there was a branded paid search click. And I'm like, what? That's like a very bottom of funnel click. Why would you not pay your? And they're like, well, because we don't have to. No, that's going to totally kill the ecosystem. If you're not paying your partners for the value that they're driving for the brand because you can't justify the value that you're driving, that's the problem. And that's the threat in my mind.
And I think you make some really good points. Adam owns the program integrity lane. So I'm not going to try to touch what he said because he's got that lane. But I will say, just to both Adam and Lacey's point, is that judgment is always the key, right? So volume is not the key. It's always about judgment. And so you want to know whether it's building content or it's can you see discerning judgment in that content? Can you see it was written by a human? Was a human at least in the loop in producing that? When you're building these outreach programs, when you're building the way the attribution should be, was there good judgment in doing it? There is still a place for humans in the AI world. In fact, more now than ever. Just because you have a self-driving car doesn't mean you should put it in self-driving mode, right? You should have human judgment. So I'll tell you what, I still love driving a stick shift. And if you gave me a self-driving car and put it in my driveway, I wouldn't want to drive it. I wouldn't want to use it. I still need to feel the road, right? However, I do appreciate cooled seats and auto windows, and I like a little cruise control every once in a while. But dang it, I do like to feel the road, and I do like to exercise judgment when I'm driving my sports car.
I guess I won't do my Waymo promotion next. Thanks for ruining that sponsor. We got some questions from the audience here to jump into. How does AI impact local searches for industries like pest control, HVAC, plumbing, etc.? Any answers there? Do you guys have any idea?
I just know from a personal level. Do you want me to share that?
Go for it.
I have a project in my cloud that's all about home renovation. It's a passion of mine. I love renovating stuff. I was just demoing a fence yesterday, actually. So I am constantly putting in there, like, we're also doing this laundry room renovation, and I'm putting in there, I need to do this laundry room renovation. Here's the schematics, plan where I'm going to put the washer and dryer. Tell me who the local vendors are. I want somebody that's really good, but not a huge company. I put all the context in there and it spits out, it reads all the reviews across all of the internet, every single, because there's 10 different places that people post reviews, and it just aggregates everything and makes it so absolutely easy. And I think to Adam's point, it's like I have my own preferences in what I want. Like somebody else might want a national, more well-known, reputable vendor to work with. And if you fit that mold, then you're going to show up for those types of personalized responses as well.
Let's go to your example. And by the way, I've been renovating my master bathroom for 2 years. So Lacie, if you want to come over and help me, that would be awesome. But I have also been using AI for the renovation and looking at what the results are and so on. But let's just take this example, going back to what I was saying earlier. You still need to get good Yelp reviews as a vendor, right? You still need to get good Yelp reviews, good Google reviews. You need to have content about your company. If you have a blog, it's going to get picked up if people are talking about you. If you have inbound links, you show up in search, like all that juice, you still have to create that juice out there. And it's no different than what we were doing back in the search engine optimization days. So if you want to show up in AI, go be a good local contractor and make sure that you've got good reviews and you've got customer testimonials and you've got content, and go be a good business and do all that stuff, and the LLMs will pick you up.
So build off of both of them. So that's seriously awesome how Lacie's doing that. And then there's a few things that I've seen happening. I wrote a few years ago about creating an AI that would just let you design the room. So it takes the output. Then you say, okay, now create 5 different layouts. Here's the length and width of it with my ceiling height. And it can start actually putting all the pieces and then say, now I also really like this. What is missing from it? So maybe it's going to throw ceiling tiles or felt wood beams or something across the ceiling now and really just fine tune it to things you couldn't even imagine. And that's just some cool ways. And then it could be optimized with affiliate links from there, because a lot of them have developed that. I actually found 2 different browser extensions now that overwrite the ChatGPT outbound links and shopping links and attach affiliate links to them. I've been testing. Oh, I have a fun one I found on Amazon. But
by the way, point, Adam, I just want to add to your point. I created this with ChatGPT.
Oh, nice.
This is a picture. I took a picture of my bathroom, and then I just had fun with AI of what if I could add all this, and it created that picture.
Yeah, glad you took the picture of the bathroom and you checked it before you held up. A lot of things could go wrong with that.
No, that was the AI version.
But I'll just feel like if you're stuck in the mirror or something. One of our
Yeah.
industry friends years ago accidentally did that. And there was a reflection of the person. I'm going to be very careful not to give any details away. But then posted it to Facebook. It was interesting.
We all make our mistakes. That'll happen. I got another question. Let's keep on moving. Do you think the pressure from MarTech and attribution market will actually push the LLM providers to build attribution in? That's a great question.
I have a theory that eventually they're going to at least be able to provide insights like Google has Google Analytics. And I think eventually probably the LLMs are going to get to that point as well, but I don't know.
For me, it's already coming. They've created relationships with Shopify, with the others. They're appending outbound clicks to it. There's a million different things you can do. And if it's still spying on us, allegedly spying on us, then it's going to be able to see this click came from this resource, or this came from even your local version. Cindy Crum released a video a couple of years ago about how it's spying on our laptops and using it to render JavaScript and actually feed the pages and things that it saw back to Google. And so it already knows this, and it is becoming available. And as they take orders, as they show it, you're going to have that attribution. You will see that in source equals ChatGPT on outbound clicks when it's giving you resources. So it's there. It's just piecing it together. And some of the tools that are in beta tests that I get to see have some of this put together. I just can't say what they are yet.
It's more of like not whether they can, it's whether they want to.
I was going to say it's an incentive thing. Like Google grades its own homework. Google basically has people bidding on clicks, and then they need to give the attribution back to their own platform, right? So Google Analytics is there and it looks so helpful. It does all these other channels, but it also happens to grade Google traffic higher than everybody else and better attributed. So I say that when the attribution is there and you've got the monetization engine inside of ChatGPT, and Claude says they're never going to do it, and that was the whole Super Bowl ad. I call BS on all of that because you're going to have to monetize it at some point. And once they do that, then it'll be in their best interest to then grade their own homework and provide attribution to show you how awesome they are.
And if they want sponsors and brands to spend money, they're going to have to show what it's for and where it's going.
What's to stop them from being their own affiliates as well for the given?
They already are.
Yeah, we're back to the Google discussion in 2005. I mean, I had this same discussion with Google.
If you go to Bing or Yahoo, for example, they're using subnetworks, at least 3 of them, to turn your knowledge panel and your own SEO links into affiliate links now. Outlook is now, if you send an email blast to your own email list and it's on Outlook and you allow certain subnetworks into your program, it's now turning your own email list into affiliate links and you have to pay commissions on your own email. And Sam Altman and OpenAI said, yeah, we're going to be an affiliate and take a commission on each sale. It's already there, the stuff.
And by the way, you also get to choose whether you want to do that.
Phil, I don't think this is a question. It looks like a really long explanation. I don't know what we can get out of that. I didn't see any question marks in there. But we do have one more. What will be a solution for reaching certain tier of traffic in recent LinkedIn marketing algo? I don't even know that. I got no idea. Anybody have any thought?
I got myself shadow banned on purpose so I can see how they're rolling out. Oh yeah, no. So I do that all the time with a bunch of other accounts too, just to see what works to pull it out, what doesn't, because that's what I do on the weekends because I'm weird.
Yeah.
Or at least try to break the LLMs and see what I can get them. That was a funny one. Sorry, I'm gonna take us off topic and I'm not gonna do that.
It's okay. Shadows fit you well, and it's very apparent in this podcast. Thanks for being here. Matt, one sentence. What separates the programs that are going to win with AI from the ones that are going to fall behind?
When you say programs, I'm sorry, you wanted one sentence, but I'm not going to give you one sentence. Can you just clarify a little bit the question? So when you say that separates the programs, can you go into a little more detail?
Just affiliate programs. What separates affiliate programs that are going to win with AI compared to the ones that are going to fall behind?
Realizing that this is a partner channel and go from there, like basically what are all the mediums that you can partner with? Again, we all know by now, hopefully, that affiliate isn't a channel, and the channel, we affiliate with channels, and we do it in a pricing model that they share in performance. So if we can take that basic language and say, hey, I'm going to partner with everybody, then we want to embrace those that are using AI. We want to use AI ourselves, and we want to basically look at it as just a tool, a layer that is making everything more efficient, information more ready at our fingertips. Basically, for running an affiliate program, it's widening my margins, making things less expensive to run that program. It's making it so that I can get to the information quicker, so that I can optimize the program better, so that I can give my affiliates more of what they need. AI is doing everything in affiliate to make it better.
I think Claude could have gave me one sentence that you just said.
But I like to drive the
By Claude
stick.
next time.
Matt, great points, all of it. Totally agree on all points. Adam, Lacie, any one sentence to add here?
No, that's the whole concept behind why I built MediaPact is buying flat fee paid placements used to be very monotonous, old school, administrative. Half of the Slacks that are on the Martech Record Slack are like, hey, does anybody have a contact for here? It's like people should be able to find people to spend their money with easier. And people should be able to send an offer for an opportunity easier. And then they should be able to do a workflow in one system easier so that they can go to conferences and have fun and build relationships and meet more people and do more partnerships, not spend all their time on the back end BS. And so I think I just completely agree that if you can find ways to cut down your time in other areas and spend it doing more valuable things. That's the name of the game.
Very cool. Adam, anything?
For me, it's just finding a way to make it a lot easier to get your partners the questions they have answered more easily, and the clients the resources they're looking for, so you can free up yourself. And that could be creating like sub GPTs for specific partners based on past conversations that record and store the questions they asked 2 or 3 times. So you can have it track, has this been asked by this partner before? Because they have a million other things going on, finding a link or getting a result or pulling their keywords or refinding an email. That's not their top of mind. And if you can create a way for them to access that using LLMs without, that's going to be a smart way to use it that benefits them, saves you time, and builds the relationship stronger. And it's something that actually works in the background. So you, as Matt would say, like he can go on vacation or do whatever he was thinking about earlier.
Oh,
Dustin, I'd like the opportunity to say it in one sentence because I just consulted Claude. And Claude said, I should have said, here's what Claude just said. I should have said, the winners automate the work and elevate the judgment, and the losers automate the judgment and keep doing the work. Did you like the AI answer better, or did you like mine?
no, I
Yours
love
better.
what you do, Matt. Nobody's better at answering emails with Claude than Matt has trained what he has done. Like internally, it's amazing because it articulates exactly what he said. And then there's one line in there. I'm like, did he do that or not? I couldn't tell. He's got it so knocked in. It's incredible. And it's something everybody should be striving for at this point. Just what Adam was talking about. That's how you alleviate it, that workflow. All right.
Oh, Matt GPT.
Cool. Matt PT. All right. We've got just a few more minutes. Lacie, I want to get to this question. Phia has been in the news recently, giving affiliate another black eye to put a stake on. What are your thoughts on how this scandal has affected the affiliate realm?
I think when these things happen, it's just too much focus gets put on it. It's the same shit, and it's just another name. It's another year. 20 years ago, Ben Edelman was researching fraud. eBay has found wire fraud in the past. 15 years ago, when I was in-house at Blue Nile, I found a tool called Brand Verity and saved $40,000 a month in payouts to people who were ad hijacking. Obviously, we all know Honeygate is like the recent thing. It's just, if you build a system where the last click gets the money, then you have to expect that people are going to find a way to get the last click. I have said it over and over again. You can't hate the player. You have to hate the game. And so if you're going to play in the game where this is going to happen, you have to be able to understand how it works. One of the things that drives me the most crazy is when people are like, oh, you just turn the channel on and set it and forget it and everything will be fine because you're only paying for the last click. It's like, it's so much more complicated than that. And if you aren't actively managing it with experts with good judgment, then this is going to affect you and you're going to lose money to fraud. There's very easy ways to mitigate this. There's very easy ways. I shouldn't say easy. It is a little complicated, but there are tools out there to prevent yourself from being harmed financially from these tactics. So stop just sitting back and letting it happen to you and do something about it is my TLDR. I don't know.
I'm surprised that we're still all surprised by it.
Yeah.
Cookie stuffing isn't new. Phia just did it with better investors. The scandal is not the app. It's the last click attribution still lets a background tab steal a sale in 2026. And Phia is just the symptom and our measurement is the disease.
I love it. Great call. Adam, you're going to stay quiet on this one. I think you don't.
I've been writing about it for 20 years. I actually have a blog post that I've been debating publishing for about 4 weeks now, which defends the toolbars.
Okay.
I know that sounds kind of shocking, but I've been dragged into about 4 lawsuits over the last 3 years by both the creators and the toolbars. And it's their lawyers asking me to be subject matter experts and stuff. So I'm writing my opinion in a blog post because although I find it fascinating to do the deep dives and the research and everything in, it's like I'm just repeating myself the same time, and I want to focus on my life and the projects that I actually enjoy versus repeating the same thing over and over. But I'm not good with the right wording, and I wanted to come across the correct way.
Right.
So that's why I haven't actually published it. But yeah, I've got to figure out that right thing. It's not that it's defending them. It's just saying they're going to do what they're going to do. They've always done it, even when FTC cracked down on you promise. It's just is what it is. And there's never going to be a change or a shift in the industry, just like coupon sites are still going to be allowed in programs. I've talked to a few massive global brands where they said, we know what's happening. We know there's no value in this, but we have to burn the budget so we can keep the budget. And this is an easy way to do it.
It is.
That's a real take.
It's what happens to companies. If
Yeah.
they don't spend their budget, they don't keep it. This is showing that there's sales happening. So the money's being spent, so they get to keep their budgets for next year.
Such a sad reality where the
That's what it
marketing
is.
team can't bucket it all in together and join each other. But yeah, affiliate seems
That's
to be
a
learning
whole
like
other
it sometimes.
webinar.
Oh my God, it is. All right, we only got a few minutes left, so I'm going to answer this or ask this last question. This is for everyone on the panel. We'll go with Matt first. What is the one AI move you would tell every affiliate manager to make this month? And what is the one thing you would tell them to stop doing?
Stop writing all your content with AI only. And what I would tell you to do is get a Notion account and connect all your connectors to Notion. And through Notion, you could use ChatGPT and all the frontier models, Claude, all of them inside of Notion. So the best $20, and by the way, I'm not an affiliate of Notion, but the best $20 a month you could possibly spend would be getting a Notion account.
Lacie, what are your thoughts?
I think that there's lots of ways to do what Matt is talking about. For me, I have Claude connected to my Fathom, which is a free account, and I have it also connected to my calendar and my email. And I have an agent set up in Claude Cowork where every morning at 6 a.m. it gives me my debrief for the day, it reads through my emails, and it listens to my Fathom calls for the prior day. And if I haven't set follow-up emails, it drafts them in my drafts, because there's no way I will ever send an email without coming in, and half the time I delete half the shit that Claude puts in it. But so I would definitely say, do not communicate in general blatantly with AI. It's just annoying, whether it's an email, whether it's in your content, whether it's anything. People want to know who real people are. And if you're just using robots to do it, it gets super annoying and it's not authentic.
Great calls. Adam, take us home.
I would say one, talk to your legal team and make sure you're able to use it with data to use your desktop, like the local version versus the web version, for a little bit of extra security. And then if there was one action I would take, it would be to just build gap analysis and have it set up some trackers with your analytics. So you can say, okay, all of a sudden this affiliate's fallen off. Look to see if their website's still existing. Look to see which pages may have gotten removed if you have a cert tracker or something. And then also just say, okay, here's some affiliates that are doing well. What do they have in common? What do they not? Here's ones where they've halved their traffic. Look to see if we still have our merchant ID within the source code of their website so that we know that we're still there. And maybe we just got shifted down to position 5 from position 2 on a listicle. So we know we have to increase our spend for them so their internal EPCs go up, and just have it do those types of analysis for you in the background on your local drive when your legal team has cleared it. And that way you can save some more time so you can go do whatever it is you want to do. And also, hi, it's nice to meet you, Lacie. I don't think we've ever met.
Now we know
Amazing.
each other very well.
Lacie, Matt, Adam, thank you so much for being here. And thanks for everyone for tuning in and jumping in the chats. Keep on recruiting, and we'll see you out there.
Thanks, Dustin.
All right.
Thanks, Dustin.
Listening to Affiliate Nerd Out. Thanks, Dustin. Out.